All right, there we go. Recording again. Okay, so we shaded here. We're going to shade down the shoulder a little bit. We let this blouse cast a shadow down the arm, inside of the cuff. Okay, down here into the gathered area. So just look at that reference you've got there. I'm going to go ahead and shade under the lapel here. And I'm going to shade down the back of the collar. All right, on this side, we're actually going to have even more shadow here into the waist. And then pretty much from that hanging fold on is all in shadow down that sleeve. And then the inside of the cuff. And that is pretty much it for the top of the blouse. And then we'll go down to, so the tie belt, we're just gonna, they're just sort of horizontal shadows there. So shading from the bow out towards the side, it's pretty much all in shadow there. This is cool because look at the bow on our reference. Is that up on the screen? Can you all see?
Yeah.
Yeah, because look at it. It gives us some really interesting geometric shapes in there. Shadow down here, strong highlight here, and kind of this interesting shape here. We're going to have some shadow cast by the bow and by the column of fullness there. Over here, of course, this is the lightest tone, so we can go darker after we do this. But yeah, that bow, just kind of follow that reference. You can see we're going to come down this hip. This is all in shadow over here, cast by the bow. So this is all gray here. More shadow under the bow. And then a little bit of just like almost like compression wrinkles in the blouse. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I almost think we should just leave it, let's leave it a crisp white blouse, because we could add stripes to it later. Well, it's good to practice though, so that there's a benefit to stripes. There is. You'll see. We're going to stripe something up. Okay, you wanted something red, you want a red skirt with this?
It's white.
What?
It's white.
The blouse is going to stay white for right now.
The shadow is
Well, she got red going up there.
So we're going to keep the blouse white, but we might add some like navy stripes or something. So yeah, I think we can go ahead. Let's do Tuscan red. Want to do Tuscan red? That's PM 169.
169.
Let's do a Tuscan red skirt. So keep your Tuscan red and your black handy.
Mine's matched with the pencil.
With the micron?
No, with the micron and the pencil.
Mine's not smudging at all.
Hers is
Because
with
you're
the marker.
Prismacolor on Prismacolor.
Yeah.
See, and it doesn't smudge with the pencils either, but
So I'm gonna redo mine with
yeah,
Prism because
yeah, absolutely. The more you practice, the better you're going to get anyways.
I was really shocked that it would do with the micron because the microns are usually.
And I wasn't certain. They're supposed to be permanent. Okay, have we got the Tuscan red out?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. All right, so light source is coming this way.
Can you do a bright red?
We could do a bright red.
yes, it's so pretty. I want to do
All right, grab your bright red. All right, that is your PM, Crimson Red PM4. Here we go.
Wait, right now?
Four.
Okay, this is your base tone anyway, so broad nib, getting nice smooth strokes. That's what takes practice with the markers, is getting it to be smooth looking. So using that fine point is not going to serve you well.
That is pretty.
That's a pretty color. Okay, guys, while we have a lot of ink on here, we want a lot of ink on here, because we're going to start blending in the Tuscan red. All right, are you watching? Here comes the Tuscan. Okay, I'm going to pull this over here as a reference, even though the... all right, so I'm going to come down the side of this leg. That's where my shadow. This blouse is going to cast a shadow. All right, I'm going to have a shadow because
That's where her legs sit.
that's because her leg's coming forward. I'm going to have a shadow under the bow and down this side. And even where that bend in her, yeah, something like that. Okay, so blouse casting a shadow, bow casting a shadow, legs coming forward, so I'm going to have a little shadow here. Might have a little pulling over here, coming down this side. Okay, now, if you really want it to pop, you put a little black on your tracing paper. So that's what I'm doing over here. I'm putting black blob on my tracing paper. And I'm going to pick it up with that Tuscan red, and I'm going to work it in a little bit. And it's going to...
That's the black?
Yeah, and if you're not ready for it, don't do it. But it's it'll make it pop a little bit more. It'll look...
On your copy paper or your tracing paper?
On the tracing paper.
Wait, what? What you mean tracing paper?
So you use tracing paper as a palette to blend your color. Like you pick up, so you pick up